We have a new and serious threat. Over 50,000 ships around the world produce constant and unbearably loud underwater noise, and oil and gas corporations carry out seismic explorations every few seconds for weeks and months on end. It's not only large mammals in the ocean who rely on sound to communicate, but tiny larvae too. It's important because with phytoplankton and algae, they absorb over 30% of the CO2 produced by the burning of fossil fuels and produce half of the oxygen we breathe. If the larvae and phytoplankton die, there will be no fish in the sea. Planting trees is of course important, as forests absorb up to 30% of CO2 but cannot alone solve this problem. Our children's children will not survive. We have to act now. With your help, the Blue Ocean Watch All-Women Expedition later this year will leave from Cascais in Portugal and study the waters in the North Atlantic around the Madeira and Savage archipelagos.
The global oceans are becoming an increasingly noisy place, where sounds made by humans might be starting to affect the communication and navigation abilities of some of the largest organisms in the sea, things like blue whales, as well as some of the smallest, things like zooplankton. On this expedition, we're going to put into the water some hydrophones next to reefs, whether they be man-made, like shipwrecks, or to listen into natural reefs, rocky outcrops that stick out and are really good habitats for different types of animals to live. The sound of the reef is an indication of how well that ecosystem is functioning. We also want to understand how the plankton or larvae of the animals that live on those reefs might find them. And if they sound differently, do different reefs attract different types of marine invertebrates?
We are filmmakers and will produce documentaries for television and video stories for social media to raise awareness and to pressure shipping companies to fit better designed, more silent propellers, and oil and gas corporations to use alternatives to seismic surveying. Then we can live in harmony and restore the song of life to our ocean. You can help make this happen by joining our crowdfunding.